Hey, class of 2024 admitted students. My name is Louis and I'm currently a junior at Bennington. My plan is primarily in drama, specifically in acting, and my supporting areas of study are environmental politics and activism. So my first classes within these fields at Bennington were mixed experiences. Within drama, I was required to take an introductory acting course, as you're asked to do if you want to study acting at Bennington. And at the beginning of this course, I felt a little bit held back as I thought it was information that I had learned in previous acting classes throughout high school. But at the same time, it was very valuable to relearn this and touch on it from a completely fresh perspective from a new teacher in the context of Bennington. Now, within the environmental field, I took a class called Environment and Public Action. And this class was essentially a sweeping history of the environmental movement in the US. This class inspired me to include environmental studies as part of my plan at Bennington, which is not something that I initially intended to do. So working with my plan committee overall has been a really positive experience. I think they've really helped shape my plan and narrow my focus within these subject areas. A member of my plan committee that I've worked really close with is Dina Janis. And Dina is a sage of acting wisdom and one of my favorite professors at Bennington. She is currently the artistic director of the Dorset Theatre Festival here in Vermont. And as an actor, she trained at the famed Actors Studio, studying under acting greats such as Stella Adler, Uta Hagen, Kim Stanley, and Sanford Meisner. Now, my first term at Bennington, I was lucky enough to be cast in the faculty production, which was directed by Dina Janis that term. So there, I got to work really closely with her and be directed by her and start to build a professional and personal relationship with her. From then, I went on to take 2 more advanced acting classes with Dina in future terms and continue to seek out her advice in free time in her office hours and talk to her about anything acting related. So my fieldwork terms at Bennington have been probably my favorite part of being at Bennington College, and one of the huge reasons why I chose to come here. My first fieldwork term really helped shape and inform my plan. So I was working for a nonprofit in Los Angeles called Theater Without Borders, and I was tasked with coming up with an independent project for them. So I chose to interview artists in Los Angeles working at the intersection of arts and the environment. So through my discussions with them, I learned that these were not 2 fields that I wanted to superficially combine at Bennington. I learned that I can do that later in life, but I would rather use my time at Bennington to get a thorough, succinct understanding of both of these fields. My second fieldwork term was working at a scene shop in a theater in Portland, Oregon. Now, this really helped with one of my goals of my plan, which is to understand the roles in theater besides acting and to really see how all the elements of theater and drama inform my experience as an actor. So I learned some really practical skills there. I learned woodworking. I actually learned metal welding, which was crazy and unexpected. And I got some real experience. They had me build sets for them. They didn't just have me do intern tasks and paint a wall. Now, my last fieldwork term was by far my favorite fieldwork term. I was lucky enough to act in a production at a theater in Cambridge, New York called Hubbard Hall. So one of the Bennington drama faculty, Kirk Jackson, was directing a play at this theater over the time period of fieldwork term. So he held auditions for that. I put myself in the hat, so to speak, and got cast in it. So that was amazing. I essentially got to put into practice everything that I've learned and trained for as an actor at Bennington. And I got paid for it. So what more could I ask for? So yeah, I hope that helps inform you, give you some information about what a plan can look like in drama at Bennington. And that's just what it looks like for me.